Hey, Maximizers. Welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I am a content coach. I help product based business owners create a consistent content strategy that consistently makes them sales, meaning they create organic content that brings them sales into their business without them having to run ads or hire influencers. I have been creating content on social media since 2018. I started my business teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to meal plan, how to overall save money. In 2020, my clients asked me to teach them how to start a side hustle and start a YouTube channel. And I fell in love with business coaching. My business coach hired me to coach her people, and I continue to fall in love with business coaching. In 2023, I decided to business coach full time. I decided that, hey, Warrior Cream, thank you so much for joining. I decided that I no longer wanted to be the couponing girl. I decided that I wanted to be a business coach and help women start and grow businesses that they loved. Okay. In 2024, I narrowed it down because the riches are in the niches. And the more narrowed down you are, the more focused you are, actually, the more money you can make. So in 2024, I decided that I was going to be a content coach. Why? Content is my jam. I have two YouTube channels. Across those two YouTube channels, I've posted close to 2,000 YouTube videos. 2,000 YouTube videos have been posted since August of 2018. I have gone live over 600 times across all of my platforms. 600 times. This does not include the amount of TikToks and that I have made, right? I probably made close to, I don't know. I don't want to lie. I would have to scroll back and look to see how many TikToks, but a lot of TikToks. So there's plenty of times where I posted a TikTok every day for months and months and months. Okay. And I have made close to $400,000 since 2019, all from my content. I've secured 5-figure brand deals from my content. From them watching my YouTube videos and my TikTok videos, they have reached out to me and offered me thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to work with them, all from my content. So if there's one thing I do really well, it's content. My clients, all of my clients that I have served have found me from my content. They've watched the video, or most of them watched a live. And from that live, they decided that they wanted to work with me. Now, I'm a service based business. I sell coaching, I sell one on one, I sell group coaching, I sell classes, I sell workshops, I sell boot camps, right? I don't sell a physical product, but a lot of my clients, they sell physical and or digital products. So for tonight's live, I want to share with you my top tips for launching your product-based business. I want to share with you the best for you to set yourself up to make money on day one of your launch and not see crickets. It hurts my heart. I hear so many people like, I launched my website, I started my business, and no one bought. And no one bought. The reason why that happens is that a lot of times you actually have to start selling your products before people can buy them. When you are starting a business, you can't wait until the day that you want people to give you money to start talking about your products. You have to do what we call a pre launch, meaning if December 15th is when people can purchase your product, you should start talking about your products by November 30th. So, like from November 30th to December 15th, people should know exactly what you're selling, when you're selling it, how much it costs, and how they can buy it. So on December 15th, you want them to have their credit card in hand, like, let me go to KristenMaximizer.com and buy what she's selling. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Put a yes in the comments if this makes sense. So tonight we're talking about tips to help you launch a product-based business owner. And welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, I'm Crystal. I'm a content coach. I help product-based business owners create a consistent content strategy that allows them to make consistent sales, meaning you organically make sales from your content, meaning you don't have to run ads and you don't have to pay influencers to talk about your products. The content that you create is going to make the sales for you. That's what I help my clients do. And tonight we are talking about launching. We're talking about tips for launching. So if you are a business owner, or if you're just here chilling, thanks. I appreciate the likes. It's nice to see you all. Let me know where you're watching from and what your business is. What city, what state, what country are you watching from? Tell me in the comments what's your business. What is your business? What do you sell? I'm in Orlando, and I already told y'all I sell coaching. Okay. I see a bunch of yeses. PQ CEO says yes. Old Coffee Rich says yes. Millennial Mompreneur says yes. You have to build anticipation. Yes. Okay. And I'm going to talk about my favorite thing to think about is a Jordan launch or a planner launch. And I'm going to talk about those examples in a second when I share my tips. When you think about a planner launch or you think about Jordans, you know the Jordans are coming out months before you can buy them. Your credit card is ready. Beyonce tickets. You know Beyonce is going on tour. Okay? She don't tell us, oh, you can buy tickets right now. You know weeks and weeks and sometimes months. Okay, a tour is coming. Tickets are going to be available this day, this day. Okay? You have to treat your business like that. Okay? Let's see who else is here. I respond to all comments as well. So thank y'all for being here and I'll respond to everybody. I just created an Etsy shop and made a hoodie called an emotional support hoodie. I'm in PA. Thank you so much for joining. So excited to have you. An emotional support hoodie. What does that entail? Tell us more about the emotional support hoodie. Houston, Texas. I'm about to create a coaching program for therapists and entrepreneurs. Love that. My sister lives in Houston. Plan to launch in January. Okay. PQ CEO says Philly health, fitness, and nutrition. Okay. So what exactly do you sell? That's your industry. What exactly do you sell? Okay. What other platform are you on? I am live on all of my platforms. I am live on Instagram, TikTok, and both of my YouTube channels. I have 2 YouTube channels. Okay. I'm going to answer your question. What's a good site to launch my product? It's a hoodie that says when emotional only feeds soup and chocolate. Oh, that's cute. I mean, any product. Okay. So to answer your question, what's a good site to launch a product? If I'm being 1,000% honest with you, the site doesn't matter. You need to drive traffic to that site. Now, Etsy, okay, so this is what I want you to think about, okay? This is a little lesson. I want you to think about Etsy as the mall. Do you remember most of us old school malls where if you want to go clothes shopping, you would go to your mall and there's a bunch of stores in there that sell women's clothes, men's clothes, kids' clothes, shoes, jewelry, and food, right? So what that means is you're going to the mall because you want to buy something. Etsy is the mall online, meaning you know you want to buy something crafty, you want something custom made, you go to Etsy. You don't necessarily need to drive traffic to your Etsy. Sometimes you do because when you're new, you're buried and they're not going to show you because you don't have reviews yet. Etsy is a mall. Shopify is a standalone store, meaning no one knows that your website is there unless you tell them. Thus, that is where social media and marketing comes into place. Okay? So when you ask me what's a good site to launch your product, there is no like anomaly where, oh my gosh, you have to be on this website. Depending on your product, you could be on a bunch of different sites, but you drive the traffic to make sales. So more importantly, what social media platform can you build an audience and do a pre-launch on? Because no matter what website you put your products on, if you have a good marketing plan, you will make sales. Does that make sense? Yes or no? So the answer to your question, the website doesn't matter. Are you driving traffic? Are you driving traffic to your site? Or are you using a site like Etsy, which is like a mall, meaning they're going to take a lot of fees and you're not going to make as much money, but traffic is coming there and looking for something specific. Okay, let me finish these TikToks and then I'm going to go to Instagram and then I'm going to start with my tips. I mean, any product. It depends on the product. See, we're in the right place. Drive all traffic to stay in store. See, I have my own website. I don't have a stay in store. I use Squarespace. I gotta block somebody. Because what we not about to do, ain't nobody talking about voting for no damn Trump on my TikTok. That's what we not about to do. We ain't voting for Trump over here. Kamala is my soror. We are not voting for Trump over here. Okay. All right. Block the troll. Okay. Let me go to Instagram. She says, I have a faith-based t-shirt business in Flint, Michigan. Okay. Divine Expressions. Good explanation. Email list to? What do you mean email list to? What do you mean? You should have an email list. It doesn't matter what your email list is hosted on, honestly. It does not matter. Because your social media builds your audience. Okay. So while you're building your audience on social media, you should be building your email list, because the only thing that we own is our website and our email list. Does Squarespace collect your email list too? No. Email, I have an email service provider called Flowdesk. Excuse me. That's where my email list goes to. So when someone puts their email in on Squarespace, it is already linked on the back end to Flowdesk, where my email list goes to. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's dig into these tips, and I'll be more than happy to keep answering y'all's questions. Keep on dropping them. But I have a separate email service provider that's Flowdesk, not Squarespace. Okay, thank you so much. I was looking for an email collector too. Yeah. So so the two free ones, MailChimp and ConvertKit, up to like the first 1,000 subscribers is free. Start with a free email service provider. Once your list grows to over 1,000, you can decide to stay with them and pay, or you can move to something else. I love Flowdesk because it's pretty. But if you literally Google email service providers, you can look at the ones that offer free. Start with free as you're building a list. Doesn't make sense to start paying for an email list when you only have 10, 20, 30, even 100 subscribers. That doesn't make sense. Don't pay. Start with a free email service provider. I started with ConvertKit back in the day for free. And then once my list grew, I moved it. But now I'm like restructuring my list, because once I changed my niche from couponing to business, I've let a lot of people go off of my email list because they're no longer my ideal clients. Okay. So let's dig into tips for launching a product-based business. Okay. So my first tip for you, if you are launching a business, whether it's a brand new business or a relaunch, you need to build an audience. You have to have an audience. You cannot create a business, create your products. No one knows who the hell you are. Put up a website and expect to make sales. It's like starting a business in the middle of a forest and no one knows you're there and expecting someone to buy from you. Okay? That's what you do. So my first tip for you is to choose one main social media platform to build an audience on. If you've been watching me live for the past few weeks, you know this is my number one tip for everything. One main social media platform and one secondary platform. One main social media platform to build an audience. Why is that important? You need someone to sell to. Okay. So my main social media platform is YouTube. My main place where I build an audience is YouTube. YouTube is my number one. TikTok is my number two. And Instagram is right along with TikTok. So YouTube is number one. Instagram and TikTok are number two. My number one focus is building an audience on my YouTube channel. I'm also building an audience on Instagram and TikTok, but that is not my main focus. Okay. Why is this important? When I first started Kristen Maximizer in 2018, I only posted on my YouTube channel. I did not start selling until I had close to 5,000 subscribers, and I had been posting for 9 months before I sold anything. Okay. You need to have someone to sell to. Okay. And I'm going to talk to you about the types of content that you should be creating. Your goal is to create content to attract the ideal client that needs what you are selling. I'm a content coach. I help you create a content and sales strategy. I am sharing with you content, sales, and business advice for free. I am attracting business owners who want to work with me. If you sell t-shirts, I see a lot of you selling t-shirts. Who is your ideal client and who do you want to attract? You want to start building an audience of people who want to buy what you are selling. If this makes sense, type yes in the comments. You want to build an audience so you have someone to sell to. Another great example of this is that you can't sell to an empty room. Let's just say there's an auditorium that seats 1,000 people. This auditorium seats 1,000. You have booked the auditorium. You bought it. It's your auditorium. There is a party outside of that auditorium that has 10,000 people outside. They are partying. And a lot of them are your ideal clients. But let's just say you go into your auditorium. You didn't make a poster. You didn't make a sign. You didn't tell any of those people outside that you're selling t-shirts in this auditorium. You go into the auditorium. You set up your racks of clothes. You put your t-shirts on your mannequins. You set it up all pretty. You got your iPad set up. You are tapped to pay. You got cash. You're going to give change. Okay. You sit down and you start saying, these are my t-shirts and this is who they're for. but there's no one in the room. Are you going to make a sale? Yes or no? If no one knows you're in the room, are you making a sale? If no one's in the room, are you making a sale? Yes or no in the comments. There's 1,000 seats in this auditorium. Your store is set up. You are ready to sell. You've got 250 shirts in here. Are you making a sale? Yes or no? Let me know. Are you making a sale? Yes or no? Is someone buying a t-shirt in your auditorium? The answer is absolutely not. Hey, stay prayed up. The answer is absolutely not, because no one knows you exist. Okay? So when you think about building an audience, I want you to think about filling up your auditorium. How do you do that, Crystal? You do that by creating content. In real life, you would open up the door. You'd put a sign on the door. You'd put a billboard outside. You'd put signs outside. You'd get on the microphone. You'd pay for airtime. Hey, y'all, I'm selling such and such t-shirts in this auditorium. You open the door and you just start talking to people one by one. You start telling them your story. You start telling them why you actually created these t-shirts and who these t-shirts are for and why they are for you and what it's going to help you with and how you're going to feel in the t-shirt. You want to learn more? Come in my auditorium. Okay? Come in my auditorium. This is my next tip, which is called create connection content. This is the content that you create to attract your ideal client. The people who need to buy, the people who need their problem solved with your product, you're creating content for them. You're going to share the what and the why. The what and the why of your story, the what and the why of your business, the what and the why of your industry. Okay? You are going to share all the details and you are going to invite people into your auditorium. You're going to invite people to follow you on social media and get on your email list, which is tip number 3, build a wait list. So let's just say your business is launching. I'm going to pick a different date because December is by Christmas. Let's just say your business is launching January 15th. Great things launch on January 15th. But let's just say your business is launching on January 15th. It is October 13th right now. We're about 3 months away from there. You are going to start posting on your social media platform every single week, letting people know just generally about your business and your industry. You're not selling yet. You're not telling them they can buy yet, but you are going to start posting to connect with your audience. You are literally going to start telling your story, why you started this, how you started this, what this means for you, how your products are actually going to help, but we're not selling yet. We're not selling yet, okay? What you're going to do, instead of saying, go to KristenMaximizer.com and book your strategy session, you're going to say, if you would like to be the first to know when we launch our brand new products, go to KristenMaximizer.com and click join the waitlist. You'll be the first to know when our products are available to sell. You're going to do that for as early as possible. So if you know right now, Millennial Mompreneur, that you are going to be launching or relaunching on January 15th, start building your waitlist today. Start building your waitlist tomorrow, okay? Because even if you launch earlier or even if you launch later, the point is you have people on your list who have self-identified that I'm interested in your business. I'm interested in knowing what you're going to sell, and I'm interested in potentially being a client or a customer of yours. Self-identify, okay? After you do that, we're building the wait list. Choose your launch date. It does not have to be public. No one needs to know the launch date this soon. You're just building your wait list. So even if January 15th is your launch date, the world doesn't have to know that today. The world does not have to know that today, right? You know it. On the back end, you need to know your launch date. Our launch date is January 15th. January 15th, that is such a great damn day to launch a business, okay? So you're launching on January 15th. From now until January 1st, you are not asking for anybody to buy anything. You're not telling them the price. You're not telling them what they're buying just yet. You are simply building your audience, yes, by telling your story, telling the story of your business, how you got here, and just answering questions about your industry. What makes you an expert? Why are you excited about this? What do people need to know before they even work with you or buy from you? What makes you different? What's your secret sauce? So from now until January 1st, that's what you're posting. January 1st, this is when we get into our launching mode. 14 days before your launch date, 14 days, this is when you start to sell your ass off. 14 days before your launch date, you are going to let your audience know publicly and via email, we're launching January 15th. On January 15th, this is what you can buy. You're going to tell them everything. The price, the color, the bundles. You're going to tell them everything. Planner companies do this. So 2025 starts on January 1st. Planner companies around this time, I think they even started launching already. In September, they start to let us know our new planners are going to launch for 2025 on October 15th. October 1st or 2nd, they are going to tell us you can get this cover, you can get this accessory, you can get this paper, you can get this customization. They tell us every damn thing about what we can buy on October 15th. So you're going to do that. You're going to tell people everything. If they can buy one or if they want to buy two shirts. If one shirt is $45 or they can get two for $80. One shirt is $45 or they can get three for $110. Whatever that looks like for you, they need to know every cut, color, size, and opportunity that they can buy. Why is this important? You want people spending their money on launch day. You don't want the first time they hear about this on launch day. Sometimes people need to hear things 7 to 10 times before it clicks and before they're like, oh my gosh, I need to buy this. You want people buying on launch day. So January 1st through January 15th, before the launch, before the cart opens, meaning people can actually purchase, every day you're talking about this is what you can buy, but you're still talking about your story. And now you're phrasing it from, you're phrasing it from the place of, if you have this problem, my product is a solution. Position your product as a solution to a problem. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Position your product as a solution to a problem. People pray to solve problems every day. Your shirt is cute, great, but what problem is it solving for me? You got to go a little bit deeper, because I can buy a cute shirt at Dollar General. I'm not saying I'm going to, but you get what I'm saying. I've been buying cute shirts from Amazon forever. Why should I buy your cute shirt? What problem is it solving for me? How is it making me feel? What am I going to get from buying your product? This is good. I'm glad I hopped on. I'm glad you did too. Let me scroll on my TikTok comments in a second. Tell them everything, and especially the price. Don't hide the price, because we're not going to buy stuff in Target without knowing the price. Now, you may be balling and the price may be irrelevant, but you should tell the price. I have a whole video on how to price your products, because a lot of people underprice. I have a video, and maybe I'll do a live on pricing as well. But they should know the price. They should know the price, okay? Let me see. 14 days out. I like that. Gets people excited, and we can set up early bird specials. Right. So for people who buy first thing, you get this and this and this and this. And you can have expiring bonuses and everything, right? That's how money works. Be the best problem solver in that room. Absolutely. So make sure your product is positioned as a solution to a problem. Because if it's not, I'm going to just go buy my regular stuff that I always buy. I'm not going to buy from you. Okay? So 14 days out, they need to know every single damn detail and how they can buy, where they're going to be buying from. Like when I do Black Friday sales, and I don't even know if I'm doing a Black Friday sale this year, I will do a Black Friday guide that I would give out like 10 days before. So you would know everything that I was selling for Black Friday. You know the prices, and you know how to buy. Okay? So that way, you would literally be ready on the day that the cart is open. So you want to make sure that everybody knows what they can buy from you on launch day. This is your first time launching or your relaunch. You want to make it a big deal. It needs to be a big deal, but you need to talk about it ad nauseum every day for those 14 days. Planner companies sell out on day one of the launch. Oh, no sound? Can you hear me on TikTok? I see there's a few people watching me. If you can hear me on TikTok, put yes in the comments, because someone's saying they can't hear me. Yes, we can hear. Okay. Maybe it's your phone. I would check your phone because a couple people are saying they can hear me. So thank y'all so much. So for those 14 days, you're selling because you might sell out on day one, and that's good. You want that to happen. You want a high demand. Okay. You don't want to be sitting around on launch day crickets. Okay. You don't want to be sitting around launch day crickets. So we know 14 days out from the launch, your social media, you're going in. Your email list, you're sending an email damn near every single day. This is what you can get. This is what it looks like. So no sound means it's you, because the 5 people have said that they can hear me. So I think you need to check your phone, because like 4 or 5 people have said that they can hear me. So I'm sorry that you can't. Okay. 14 days out, you know what you need to do. If you're launching your business for the first time, I suggest you get a basic free website. There's no reason why you should spend $2,000 on a custom website. If you've made $0.00 in your business, you do not need a custom website. Start with what you have and start for free. If it's for free, it's for me to start. As you grow, you can grow. My first website was terrible. I got Squarespace and I used one of their templates. In the Squarespace template, I just grabbed it, put some stuff together, and made it work. Okay? Now, I buy templates for Squarespace. So if you go to KristenMaximizer.com right now, it's my favorite website I've ever had. That was a template that I spent less than $100 for, and I got it put on Squarespace. Simple. Okay? So I want you to get a free website. The purpose of the website is 2 things. Number 1, you need a place for all of your products to be so that people can buy from you. We're selling online, right? You want people to buy from all over the United States and, maybe the world one day. You need a place for people to buy from you. You need a way to take money. Second, you need a way to take money that's not Cash App, Venmo. We need something bigger than that. So you want people to be able to pay with a credit card. So you need a free website. So that way your payments can be processed. Does this make sense? Yes or no? And I also want to make sure everyone else can still hear me on TikTok. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Start a free website. You can go to bigcartel.com, bigcartel.com. It's a free website. You can put up to 5 products on there. They have templates that you can customize. Start free. Don't even buy a template. Start free. As you start to make sales and make money, then you can upgrade and update your website later. But there's no reason why you should be making 0 sales and have a $2,000 custom website. You don't even know what you want or what you like when you start. The Kristen Maximizer I was in 2018 is not who is in front of you right now. Okay? She was a hot mess express. And I couldn't imagine spending $2,000 on a website that I was just going to change. I've never spent more than like $150 on a template. I think maybe I spent on my favorite template. No, I think I spent like $120 on that other template I had. And this template, I spent less than $100 on Etsy. Okay? Got a template. The other thing I want to say, someone asked me this question already. The website that you get doesn't matter. Now, if you decide that you want to put your products on Etsy, this is where Business Crystal goes apart. I would much rather, and this is me, have my own website, make more money, and have to drive my own traffic than to post my products on Etsy, be subject to all of their fees and stuff, but get more sales. But that choice is totally yours. What I will say, okay, bye. You need to fix your phone. It's not me, it's you. Other people can hear me. I'm sorry. And that's me saying this in the nicest way possible. I'm hyped up right now, but like, maybe go to Instagram or YouTube. I'm also live on Instagram and YouTube because other people can still hear me, right? Y'all can still hear me on TikTok. Tap the screen if you can still hear me on TikTok, okay? What I will say to you, if you're using Etsy, also create your own website. Because when you're on a site like Etsy, they can shut down your account for any reason, okay? So you want to make sure that you have a connection to your clients. Because if Etsy shuts down your account, that means you have no sales coming in. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. That means you have no sales coming in. So what I'll say is have your Etsy, but then also have your own website. And once you get Etsy customers on your email list, tell them to go through your website and not through Etsy because Etsy has a lot of fees. Okay? So the website that you have for your products doesn't matter as much as the traffic that you drive. And when you're driving people, drive them to your website, not to Etsy. Let the people who are searching come on Etsy. But if you're on social media and you're pushing people to your website, go ahead and push them to your website. I have a Wix website. Can we just add a page and a PayPal link? If you already have a website, then yeah, you just make a new page to the website for your products. Simple. I add extra pages to my website every time I want to make something new. Super easy. So yeah, get a basic website if you don't have one already. Bigcartel.com is totally free for 5 products. It's basic. And then their first level is like $10 a month. Okay. Next tip for you to launch your business. If your business is going to be evergreen, okay? Evergreen meaning people can buy it all the time. Once you launch, so you're launching January 15th, those first 14 days, you're selling your ass off every single day. You should be going live. You should be posting in your stories. You should be posting to your feed. You should be sending emails. Those first 14 days, once the cart opens, January 15th to January 30th, sell your ass off. Every day, you should be talking about your product as a solution to a problem. You should be sharing bits and pieces of your story. You should be talking to people about why your product is going to help them get more of what they want. Every single day for 14 days. You should go live. The very first launch day, you should definitely be live. Launch day and probably the day after, you should go live both of those days. After that, you should go live every other day, okay? You should be in your stories every single day if you're using Instagram or TikTok as your main social media platform. Sell your ass off every single day. If you have special promotions or bonuses for your wait list, let them shop early. Open it early just for them. Give them a special discount code or promo, whatever you're offering, okay? Go live. I already said 2 to 3 times. And then set up shipping. So there's something called ShipStation that you do have to pay for because you're shipping. But you put the cost of shipping on your customers. So whatever the price of your product is, plus shipping. Once you use a site like ShipStation, it will help you see how you can ship certain things, okay? But you do need to package and ship your products once people make a purchase, okay? So those are my core basic tips for helping you to launch your business. Launch your business. There's a lot of more intricate details that go into this, but this is just a base overview to help you get started. Now, if you're listening to this and you're like, Crystal, that sounds amazing, I need help. I am here to help you with content and sales. I'm a business coach, so I will help you holistically in your business, but my main focus is going to be to help you build that audience and create connection content so that you have an audience to sell to. So then you can create the sales content. So what I'm offering right now is a 90-minute content strategy session. And in this content strategy session, you are going to leave with 60 days of content ideas ready for you to outline and record. You're going to leave with 60 days of sales emails that you're going to write for your audience. You're going to leave with 60 days of emails, content. What am I missing? No, content, emails, and sales. Content strategy, sales strategy, like what you should be doing to get the sale, and then emails. I was like, it's 3 things. What am I saying? I already said all 3 of them. So you get all of that in the 90-minute strategy session. And also as a bonus, you get a content audit. So those of you that are already creating content, I'm going to go to your main social media platform. I'm going to review it. I'm going to audit it. And I'm going to give you a document of feedback. And also the best part of a 90-minute content strategy session with me is you get 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of coaching support after your strategy session. So you get to work together with me to get your questions answered for 4 weeks after your strategy session. So as you are actually implementing the strategy that we created, you get support by me. So you can text me or voice message me when you have questions, comments, concerns, you want to celebrate, you want to quit. I'm your girl. I'm there for you to help you along the way through those first 4 weeks. So you can get your content strategy session at KristenMaximizer.com. It's only $249, okay? I have 9 strategy sessions left, okay? And the bonus is in at the end of this month. So if you want that bonus, the 4 weeks, now's the time to book your strategy session, okay? It's linked in my profile and it's in the description box on YouTube. So now I need to open the floor for questions. What questions do we have about launching? Okay? And if you don't have any questions, let me know if this was helpful. Was this helpful? Yes or no? Oh, you said, okay, that'll be easier. Me too. Always adding updates. I learn and expand. Yes. Was this helpful? Yes or no? And then what questions you have? One of the big questions I get, we addressed this early on, is like where to post your products. So we talked about the difference between Etsy and having your own website. And if you do decide to use Etsy, to also have your own website, so you have a place that you're driving traffic to that you have control over. Because remember, Etsy owns Etsy and you're just using their platform. So if for any reason they shut down your account, you want to also still have another way for people to still purchase from you. So you want to also have your own website. Another big thing is when to choose my launch date. So the launch date is completely 100% on you. I would say make sure you have at least 90% of your things together before you launch. Okay. So whatever time you think you need, add at least 30 to 45 days to it because it always takes longer than you expect. So the January 15th date we talk about, if you're thinking about launching right now, that's a good date. That's like almost 90 days away. That's going to give you a lot of opportunity to get everything together for your launch. But if you feel like, no, I need more time, give yourself more time. You want to be as prepared as possible for your launch. I know we talked a little bit about email. You want to make sure that when you are building your email list, you create a nice landing page so that people know what they're going to get. So basically on that email list landing page, you want to collect their name and their email, and you want to let them know what they're joining and why they're joining and what they can expect. And make sure you send them like a welcome email, like welcome to the email wait list. And then also you want to make sure you actually give updates. So if someone joins your email wait list right now in October, but your launch is not until January, at least once every 3 weeks, you want to send some sort of like keep them warm email so that they know like you didn't just forget about them and something is going to be launching very soon. So those are a couple of the questions I get. Does anybody else have any questions? Hey Diva, how are you today? Let me see. My TikTok scrolling so fast. If there was questions, I missed them. Just want to make sure. Okay. Any other questions? Whoops. Okay. Hey. Thanks for joining. So those of you that are launching, let me know when you're launching. Would love to hear from you. Would love to support you here on the social media and motivate you and encourage you because it can be nerve-wracking when you're launching something new because you're not sure how it's gonna go. One thing that I do when I'm launching something new is I definitely hype myself up. Definitely. Lots of music dance parties with myself to just get really excited. Because you don't know how it's going to go when it's something that's brand new. But I can tell you this, the better you prepare, the better it's going to be. The better you prepare, the better it's going to be. So really 14 days out from your launch date, from the open cart date is when you really want to sell and let your audience know what they're actually going to be getting on launch day so that they are prepared with their fake, well, a real credit card, but this is my fake credit card in hand and ready to buy. Okay. All right. So I don't see any other questions. I do want to thank all of you for joining. All of you that were here. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to do a last call for questions because sometimes they come in delayed and TikTok just like throwing stuff at me. Anybody have any other questions before we go? This was great, y'all. Love talking about launching. Love it. Thanks, D, for popping in. I got some work I need to do. I didn't finish editing my video, so I need to edit my video before I go to bed tonight and get that up. My gray hair is like popping out. Thank y'all so much for those likes on TikTok. I appreciate it. Y'all see this? I'm really about to cut this hair because every time I go live, I see it right in the front of my head. Y'all want to know what else? Kinsley got a little gray hair in her sideburns. I'm like, not my baby got a gray hair. She's like me, gray hair right in the front. That's a bobby pin. That's not gray hair, but this is a gray hair. Every time I go live, it's like, I'm here. Okay, I don't see any more questions. I'm gonna go finish my work for the night and then get myself in bed. Thank y'all so much for joining, and I will see some of y'all tomorrow. If you have any questions, feel free to slide up in my DMs. Warrior Cream, you're so welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to slide in my DMs. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye. Ooh, excuse me.